Hey everybody, I'm about to talk about Natalie Wood. Those of you in my age group will remember her. Those of you that are younger, maybe not unless you were a fan of some of the older movies. Natalie Wood was an actress in the 70s, well 60s and 70s. She was married to Robert Wagner. Um, she died back in the early 80s, probably 1980, 81, somewhere like that, the early 80s. And as it had it, they said that let's see, that she had died, that she was on a yacht. Her and Robert Wagner, she was married to Robert Wagner, were on a yacht together, and they had had a party, and that she had decided to go to bed, but she couldn't sleep because the dinghy kept banging against the yacht. So she went out to secure the dinghy, fell overboard, and was found some miles away from the yacht. And said the dinghy was still there and that she had bruises and stuff on her from where she had apparently fought to get onto the dinghy. She had the bruises under her arms and on her inner thighs like she was trying to throw herself onto the dinghy. And all this supposedly happened during the middle of the night. This case is being reopened, I guess in view with people bumping off their wives, their husbands, children disappearing, all this becoming, a daily thing now, that some people have taken a look at this and said, well, wait a minute, maybe somebody did something to her. Her family is saying that she was so scared of water that she wouldn't even go near the swimming pool at her own home. So then you might say, well, what was she doing on a yacht then? Well, a yacht's like a home on the water, and of course, if it was docked, they said that it was docked, then I guess she wouldn't have been afraid. But it could be that they said that the way it went was that there had been a party there and everybody had been drinking, so they tried to blame it that when she bent over the thing to secure the dinghy, that she fell overboard because she was drinking. And then the yacht got away, and she was trying to hang on and trying to throw herself into it, and that's how she got all the bruises. But it could very well be the fact that somebody took her out into the ocean on that dinghy and threw her overboard. See, they couldn't very well took her out there on the dinghy because then how would they have got back? Unless they sailed the yacht. And when they got out so far, they threw her in the water, threw the dinghy out there, and she was trying to grab and get into the dinghy, and they just left her out there knowing she wouldn't be able to get to the dinghy. Or unless somebody took her out there, and then they got on the dinghy, and they was holding her down while she was trying to get in. It could be any number of scenarios. But they are reopening this and thinking of the fact that Natalie Wood may have been murdered instead of just drowned. And I have scrapbooks. I used to scrapbook back then. And I've got quite a few scrapbooks. But I think the kids have got my scrapbooks now at the time because Joey was going through them for something. Oh, he had them when he was putting a lot of my scrapbook clippings into photos online. But so he still got it. And so, but I have all the clippings from when Natalie Wood died. And when she died, I always thought that she was the most beautiful woman. I just loved Natalie Wood. I just loved her because she was just so pretty. And that's been, I think, 30 years ago. So, for those of you who remember Natalie Wood, then just to let you know that they are going to reopen that case. And back then they didn't have, you didn't hear about people just offing people, like we do today. Today it's an everyday occurrence. Forensics were not what they are now. Technology was nothing. I don't even know if we had technology compared to what we have today. But if they, wouldn't that be something after all these years you find out Robert Wagner either killed his wife or had her killed? That man is 80 years old now. I wonder if they'd send him to jail. You don't hear a lot about this on the news because all you're hearing today on the news is about Penn State. And I'm so sick of hearing that. Fine. mind. I love the news, and I like to hear what's going on in the news. But when the same news shows talk about the same case and say the same things over and over and over every day, enough is enough. Now, instead of Penn State, there's another university that's coming forward with talking about sexual abuse of boys on a basketball team, I believe. And the coach that they're accusing this time is on administrative leave until they find out something. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And this guy in the Penn State, Sandusky, claims that he used to horse around in the shower and touch the boy's thighs, but it was nothing sexual. Why are you, as a grown man, going to horse around and touch a boy's thighs? You know, you as a coach, as an authority figure, you know better than that. So he's lying right there. And then there's another guy that they had in the news, and he's also a coach. I don't know where he's from. They said, but I wasn't paying that much attention. But he's also a coach, and he has got some hate mail and everything because his name is also Jerry Sandusky. So I think he spells his with a G, though, instead of a J. But, you know, he's going to get a lot of hate mail, and there may be some trouble wherever he's coaching at. How did I get off track from Natalie Wood? That's why I'm doing this whole thing on my webcam, because I don't want to take time to set up the camera, because I wanted to make this quick. So with that being said, I'm going to get off here now, and I'm going to go and fix me some breakfast, maybe found some low sodium bacon and some eggs, and that's what I'm going to make. I got out and about early this morning, and it was so cold out there that there was ice all over the windshield. So I've got some de-icer, and I sprayed it on the side windows, I sprayed it on the back, and I sprayed it on the windshield. And I thought, well, why is it not clearing the ice off the windshield? It cleared it everywhere else, but it didn't clear it off the windshield. So I get in the Jeep, and I start it up, and I've got some of the de-icer stuff in my windshield wipers, too. I turn my windshield wipers on. I spray that stuff all over the windshield. It still wasn't doing any good, so I get back out and I spray it again. It's still not doing any good. I come to find out all the ice was on the inside of my Jeep. Only on the windshield. What in the world, and where did that come from? So I had to spray it on the inside, and I had some paper towels and wiped it off. I said, oh, Lord, what is going on now? That means that something's not sealed good around my windshield. So I'm going to have to see what I can do about that before wintertime sets in. But anyway, enough about this, and I'm going to go and I'm going to eat. And until next time, bye-bye.